This is an 11 Alive Voices for Equality special. Amazing kids.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Voices for Equality. I'm Cheryl Preheim. Here at 11 Alive, we are committed to helping amplify the stories of those who don't always get a chance to take the microphone. For the next 30 minutes, we're celebrating the voices and experiences of some amazing kids. From setting up nonprofits to helping teach others, their incredible stories will touch your heart and make you smile. We start with Metro Atlanta's first Black-owned youth pressure washing company. Right now, they're hoping to shed a positive light on efforts to keep the next generation off the streets. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates has more on their mission of entrepreneurship.
When selling water on the side of the road was no longer an option, this group didn't turn to the streets. Instead, they started a company, putting down the water bottle and picking up a pressure washer.
Man, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be getting in trouble. I'd probably be in jail right now.
Alvin Wade is among the about 15 teens who are part of Real Motion Youth, a company started by young adults and teens aimed at keeping kids out of trouble.
It's another method, and I feel like this is a perfect way. You out in a safe environment, away from the streets, so I just think it's a good alternative overall.
The teens detail cars and have pressure washed everything from the exterior of major business franchises to mansions. And the company's founder says the money they are making is only part of the benefit.
I think it's beneficial in that aspect and just to believe, because they don't think that they can get inside a mansion like that. But when they get exposed to them and they're out there working, I believe they feel like it can come true for themselves.
Sentiments echoed by Devin Lofton.
Before I got in Real Motion, it was fighting, a lot of fighting, trying to prove myself. I used to hang out a lot with the girl crowds, hang around bad people, hang around gangs, stuff like that. It's bad influence, I could say now.
Instead, Lofton and the other teens say they're focused on reaching their dreams, which seem closer to becoming a reality.
It's a pressure washing business, car washing business, and everything above. It's a family, truth be told. I love Real Motion. I look at it as a family every day. Every time I come to work, I smile. I love it so much.
A summer camp in Georgia is working to end generational incarceration in a way you probably wouldn't expect. Savannah Levins and photojournalist Mike Nichols went to Camp Hope in Rutledge to see how the program's working.
On your left.
Tucked into the woods an hour east of Atlanta.
Hey, y'all look so good.
You'll find hope.
This crew right here is doing archery.
A camp where fun is the mission.
Here, that was good, huh?
Where community
Beautiful.
feels like family for campers like Aubrey.
That's in case y'all need it.
And around every corner,
Can I borrow one?
a new opportunity.
My name's Christoph, and this is my counselor, Nick.
Each camper is carefully chosen.
Our kids have a shared experience of trauma.
That trauma isn't the focus,
When I'm at Camp Hope, I feel safe.
even though it's often felt.
I know that no matter what, I'm not going to be judged here.
Christoph Williams is soaking in the opportunity to escape.
Sometimes you just need a break. I've just been going through some stuff.
Yeah. Understood by so few out there,
It's just really calming.
but so many here.
Yeah, it's like full circle.
Even counselors like Armani,
And I feel inclined to be here.
who were once campers themselves.
At the time I was 9 years old, I didn't know I needed it. I was going through things at home because my father wasn't present. However, we don't dwell on the fact that our parents or guardians are incarcerated.
It's the common thread that makes Camp Hope so special.
If you have an incarcerated parent, you're 3 times more likely than your peers to be involved with the criminal justice system. And we want that to change the trajectory of kids' lives.
And you don't have as much access to someone who is very important in your life. It was very saddening, and a lot of times I kind of lost hope.
Hope, the name of the camp that offers just that. No strings attached, not a cent spent by campers or their families.
It kept me out of trouble in a sense and gave me somewhere positive to go.
All right, let's see, Damien.
My father was incarcerated for many reasons. I first came when I was 9 years old. I just saw it as a way to escape the real world. The arrogance, the anger, the frustration. If I didn't have Camp Hope, I don't know where I would be at, to be honest with you.
209 kids will come through Camp Hope this summer.
Aim it like low, like lower.
They'll unpack the why on their own time.
Can I help? I just really love it, and I'm so happy I'm here.
And when they need a place of refuge, Camp Hope will be there.
Coming to Camp Hope, just escaping from those problems and just having fun and focusing on you.
Offering the powerful gift of simple childhood.
It gives you the chance to take a break from that reality if you want to and allow you to just be a kid.
MARTA riders are hearing some memorable overhead announcements. 11 Live's Christy Diaz has the story.
A classic sound of the city is getting a refresh.
North Springs MARTA train approaching the station. North Springs MARTA train approaching the station.
7-year-old Emmanuel Stevens isn't afraid to shout announcements from the platform.
Red line train will. MARTA train is approaching. MARTA train approaching.
But when he's at school, you'll still hear his enthusiastic voice over the MARTA loudspeaker.
Please help us to keep MARTA clean. That's me. Hope you enjoy your ride. And take that as the truth.
Emmanuel is one of 18 Metro Atlanta kids who recorded messages that will air during the month of April for Autism Awareness Month.
Autism Awareness Month is important to me because I have autism, and autism means to me that it's a special way of communicating and learning.
Turns out there are many special things about Emmanuel, like the way he captivated riders on their morning commute.
Check it. Let me do it with the right one.
Good job, man. Great job.
The Autism Transportation Project started in New York by a man named Jonathan Trichter. He said having kids with autism record public service announcements for transit systems just made sense.
A lot of these neuroatypical kids come to language differently. It is not unusual for the first full sentence a child with autism says to be a public service announcement from a mass transit system that they take every day.
What started as one day of announcements from kids in New York last April turned into nearly 100 kids nationwide, recording announcements for 5 transit systems in cities across the U.S. Atlanta's MARTA is one of the 5.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel, and I really like trains.
Emmanuel's voice plays on a loop with other Metro kids, reminding riders to keep MARTA clean. How did that feel, hearing your voice?
Oh, that feels great.
Offering riders an unexpected smile on a ride through the city.
Happy Autism Awareness Month 11 Alive News broadcast.
A 5th grader in Cobb County is on a mission to help kids talk about mental health. Takari Tatum is now a published author. I talked with him about how he is empowering students and teachers.
The children look up to him so much.
Impact isn't about age. What's happening inside Varner Elementary is proof.
They're so incredibly proud.
Takari Tatum is 11. His latest project will soon be part of the school library.
Hi, Takari.
His Snap It bracelets are already part of the school culture, taking on mental health openly.
Anytime you feel stressed or anxious, you just snap it.
His book about them is about to be released.
Seeing it all come together was like such a surreal experience.
Tell me about the inspiration for the book.
I was really just thinking about all the stuff that happened in my life with my mental health journey and just putting those words on the paper.
Takari's best friend, his grandfather, died in the pandemic. Takari saw so many of his friends struggling too.
The book is an extension of telling people that mental health matters, and it's a serious thing that almost everybody goes through.
I just can't even put it in words how proud I am of him.
Takari wrote this book in 1 week.
Yeah, right.
Of course he did.
He was like taking dictation. It's like God was just giving him the words.
Just amazing me more every day.
Mrs. Lori Mendenhall supported every step. Now retired art teacher Robin Glover illustrated his book.
So honored and so privileged.
I'm super proud of him.
Principal Althea Singletar sees the reach of Takari's impact.
For students to see that you can have a great idea and you see it through and all kinds of wonderful things can happen.
I hope kids who read the book feel that they're not alone.
A message that's made a difference for his dad, too.
He just does not know how big of an impact this has made.
Taking the reins, how a group of kids is learning lessons in life from an unexpected teacher. That's next on Voices for Equality. Welcome back to Voices for Equality. A camp in Atlanta is helping at-risk youth turn things around. Savannah Levins and photojournalist Mike Nichols share how the ranch is helping kids take back the reins.
Time spent at Morgan Valley Ranch.
Let's get a saddle on him quickly.
It's time meant
There.
for reflection.
Got it. That horse shows you who you really truly are inside. If you're emotional, then he's emotional. If you're angry, then he's angry.
Lily Morgan has felt it all.
Well, it's hard when you're in survival mode. When you come home and there's nothing to eat on the table. I lived that life, streets. I was that kid.
Now the adult
Let's get it, let's go.
she needed back then.
This right here, this changed my life.
This, a ranch,
Okay, good, merge.
a nonprofit, a haven.
These are at-risk children, low-income housing. The parent may be dealing with some type of drug issue or some type of substance that they have to get away from. The juvenile system, foster care kids.
But here,
we're gonna have some fun, yes.
Just kids.
Seeing how everyone else was really open about themselves and how brave they were, it just kind of made me feel brave in a way.
Lauren McKee has learned a lot from these animals.
Horses are like humans with 4 legs. They feel almost the same emotions, so they kind of mirror off what you feel.
For many campers, that mirror isn't always easy to face.
Before I came here, I was actually a very angry person. I wasn't the happiest person alive. But now I'm very happy where I am. I learned to control. I learned to manage. I feel safe over here.
With each session,
close your eyes, breathe.
A deeper lesson.
You have a choice. You choose your day. You choose your life. You choose how you want to feel, nobody else. Load, lock, and release.
Aiming.
Everybody made it.
For greatness.
That's what I'm saying, y'all remembered.
And healing.
Peer pressure, cyberbullying, bullying in general. It's getting crazier by the days. You can't handle it because we're still young.
At 13, Jada Grable is learning how to cope and move forward.
It's like therapy to me. When the horse understands you, they feel you. It's like we don't have a lot of people in this world who do that.
Most campers eventually graduate and move on. Some come back.
This kid turned 18 and he had nowhere else to go. The next morning we came in, went inside the barn, and he was sleeping in the stall. I said, "Why are you here?" And he says, "I didn't have anywhere else to go, and this is the safest place I knew."
So Lily keeps the door open.
Okay, you guys watching? Focus.
She keeps the lessons going.
When you match a rescue horse with a rescue kid, you have a bond that's building.
And with the help of some friends, she'll remind whoever will listen.
Work together. Go help her out.
That the path you lead is up to you.
Every day is a gift for one local 6th grader after a life-changing injury changed her outlook on life. 11 Alive's Liza Lucas shares how she's paying it forward and paying tribute to the medical team at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Ariel Eckhart remembers little about this day.
I was 7 years old when we were in the accident. I remember I had a concussion and then I fell out. I just woke up in this bed and I was wondering where I was.
It was January 2020 and Ari woke up here, following a near-fatal crash. A broken femur, a concussion, and a life-threatening injury between her head and cervical spine.
Unfortunately, about half of people who have this injury do not survive the injury.
I was very afraid of, number one, if my daughter would still be alive, and then number two, would she be paralyzed?
Under the care of neurosurgeon Dr. David Rubel, Ari survived surgery to be faced with the challenge of learning to walk again.
I was just the lonely kid at the table at recess drawing. Meanwhile, all the other kids were having fun on the playground, so I had a push in me.
That push and her team at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta kept her moving forward to this moment. 3 years later, Dr. Rubel monitors her progress.
As far as activities go, I recommend probably not full contact football, but pretty much anything else should be okay.
Though no longer on the sidelines, Ari's not forgotten that feeling and how the children's team pulled her through. She hopes the care packages she now makes for other young patients help other kids know that same support.
Having stayed at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and having my daughter be a patient, having them give care packages and toys and toiletries to us, it's only right to pay it forward.
I love giving back to this hospital because they have done so much for me. I want the current patients at Children's to feel really good how I felt.
He's not even old enough to see above the counter, but this boy is already a star. Meet the tiny tot taking aim at a bright future. Straight ahead on Voices for Equality. He's not even 2 years old yet, but a Metro Atlanta boy is already showing some next level skills on the soccer field. His parents put a few videos on Instagram, and now millions of people are watching Star Boy get down. 11 Alive's Aisha Howard got a chance to learn how this future phenom got his start.
You ready? Go!
A power-packed kick. The legs behind it, toddler social media sensation Tobena Ochendu, aka Starboy.
Boom!
Starboy is a week shy of his second birthday. You heard that right. He's not even 2 years old. Coached by his dad, Obi, he kicks the ball down the field with a level of speed and control that's gotten international attention.
Let's go to work. Keep it close. Keep it close.
This was his first viral video with more than 4 million views.
May, I just noticed for some reason people just started liking it. And it hit like 20-something thousand views, and a week later, ESPN reached out to us.
In just 2 months, his Instagram page went from 75 followers to 50,000. The world is seeing what Mom Patrice noticed when Starboy was just 7 months old, speeding through the house in his walker. When Dad saw this video, he knew it was time to put him on the field before he could even walk.
Kick. I grew up in Nigeria, and the game football, like soccer, is huge there. So I grew up loving it, and then I said, well, if I ever have a chance, I would expose my son to it. If he grows to like it, he'll go with it.
Mom never thought what started in their dining room would be seen by millions of people. Their love of the game has become something much greater.
And, just to inspire families like us, to just get their toddlers involved and active. And it's a good bonding experience with Mom and Dad, especially with his father. They have a good time.
So something that started off as so fun has grown into something huge on social media and for your family. When you look at your little boy, what goes through your mind?
A sense of joy, pride. The most informed, arguably top 2 best strikers in the world right now, soccer player Victor Osimhen, has actually said he wants to have a collaboration with him in Italy. It's overwhelming. It gives me joy. It makes me proud as a father. High five. Boom!
Good job! Yay!
There we go.
Homegrown talent, how Georgia's own little gardener is teaching kids all around the country to plant seeds of learning that'll last a lifetime. Still to come on Voices for Equality.
Watch exclusive 11 Alive investigations on demand, making sure that promises offered are promises kept. That's 11 Alive Plus. Download it to your Roku or Fire TV today and watch us on your schedule.
Georgia's youngest certified farmer can now add another accolade to her already impressive resume. Our photojournalist Brandon Tucker was there as she got to watch her big TV debut.
So today is my Sesame Street episode premiere. I started farming when I was 3 years old. My grandma will always tell me that don't throw those coffee stones away because they can actually help you in many ways. I enjoy just watching it grow. Every day I'll just go in the garden and check out on all my plants, and I'll always come back to a part what's going on, what's doing good, what's not doing good. To the cauliflower farm. I'm also a illustrator, and I have a book called I'm Growing Places. I'm also also a beekeeper, and we're producing our own honey. Check it out, Keep growing. The earth will rise on.
That was photojournalist Brandon Tucker. Miss Johnson has also written her own book. Thank you so much for tuning in for this special edition of Voices for Equality, honoring some amazing kids. Find more Voices for Equality stories anytime on our website, 11alive.com/voices.